Hello everybody! Today I'm going to share with you my most favorite game that I use during my therapy sessions. And that's because you can play it with one child, but you can also use it with 2 or more children and even a group of children, even if you're working at different skill levels or iba-iba yung goals nyo sa kanila. It is so easy to customize based on the children's interests, but also on the goals that you want to work toward. You can increase or decrease the difficulty. It is low pressure, super fun, and not tabletop. So the kids will have to get physical, they'll get moving around. It works on so many great skills, for example, working memory, problem solving, but also stuff like teamwork and observation skills and looking for details, auditory and visual comprehension. You can play it outdoors, but best of all, you can play it indoors no matter how small your space is. So ito na naman ang hype na naman ako, but I really can't wait na ma-share sa inyo yung mga ilang tips na ginagamit ko. Kaya tara, usap tayo. Let's get talking. Hello, if you're new here, I'm Teacher Kaye and I'm a certified speech-language pathologist. So today I'm going to teach you how you can play scavenger hunt in so many different ways. Depende na lang kung anong gusto nyong i-target. The scavenger hunt is one of the easier activities to prepare kasi sobrang konti lang ng kailangan ninyo. You will need a selection of items depending on kung anong gusto nyong i-target, a list of those items, and some hiding places. But of course, it's also going to be much more fun for your kids kapag ibinase nyo dun sa mga interest nila. So you can change the theme of your hunt. So for example, gustong-gusto ng anak mo ng, let's say, pirates. So you're about to present with them the list. Sabi mo, spread out and let all find the treasure. I don't know kung anong accent yun, pero yun yung lumabas. Or if your child is in a space phase, so for example, magkunwari kang astronaut, tas, okay everybody, ready for liftoff, taking off in 3, 2, 1. And then sabihin mo yung list of things that they need to find in space. So now I'm going to give you ideas of what you can target with playing the scavenger hunt. But like I said, I think you can customize it to almost any goal that you have. Okay, for the first idea, why don't we start with pre-verbal kids or yung mga wala pa sila masyadong salita pero parang nakakaintindi na or nakaka-recognize na ng objects. So you can combine this activity with some of the learnings from my object identification episode. What you will need is to collect some of the items that you know they're already kind of familiar with kasi araw-araw niyang either ginagamit or nakikita. And then for very young kids, pag tinatago nyo, dapat nanunood muna sila sa inyo kasi hindi naman sila marunong pang maghalungkat on their own. So while you are hiding it, make sure that they are watching you. The bear is going to hide first. Okay, the bear is gonna hide. Okay, let's look for that later. Tapos isa-isa mong itago. You can hide in the cabinet, in the drawer, under the table, under the chair, on top of something, behind something. So be creative with where you hide it. But important if they're very young children, medyo partially maglabas kayo ng may makikita pa silang part ng object na yon para mas mabilis nilang makikita. Don't worry, that's not spoon feeding. That's still giving them a chance to have inferencing skills. And of course, if you're hiding more than one object at a time, that will still require for them to remember where you put all of those things. So yung memory nila, napapractice din. Okay, so kunwari nahanap na niya, binuksan niya yung box, tapos linabas niya yung ball. You can start by asking, where did you find that? And like I said, because pre-verbal pa siya, we can't expect na sasagot siya with a word. So kahit kunyari nagpo-point siya sa box, it's a good opportunity for you to model, in the box? Yes, the box. What did you find in the box? So that's also an opportunity to label the items. So it will make you say, ball, you found the ball. Yes! Next idea is if you want to help develop their working memory more. So for example, for children who are already bigger and they already know what things are called, how to identify them, you can say a list one time and then see if babalik sila with the right number of items. So it can be a 2-item list or a 3-item list and so on. Okay, you need to look for the bear, the ball, and the block. One more time, you need to look for the bear, the ball, and the block. What do you need to look for? And then see if they can repeat that list. And kapag na-repeat na nila yung list na yun, sabi mo, okay, go! Tapos hahanapin na nila yun. You can also work on sensory awareness. So, for example, ang mga ipapahanap mo ay mga, maghanap ka nga ng mga 3 things na naririnig mo. So, examples of things that you could have hidden are a toy dog or a squeaky toy. And then, kahit yung dog, hindi naman siya battery operated or hindi talaga siya tumatahol, you can ask the child later pa to make the sound. Sabi mo, did you hear a dog kanina? Sige nga, what does the dog say? Ow, ow. Do you want to work on their word associations? Instead of just listing the names of the items like ball and bear and block, I want you to bring me something round, something soft, and something square. So that's ball, bear, and block. But instead of saying those, nagbigay ka ng word associations. If you want to work on their inferencing skills, you can look at my visual materials episode where you can show silhouettes of something or you can show a picture pero a very zoomed in picture tapos huhulaan nyo kung ano yung hahanapin niya. Or it can also be just a part of a picture. You can also work on part-whole relationships. For example, bring me something with wheels. Bring me something that has 2 legs. As they get older and older, syempre, you can also make the clues more complex to the point na baka parts of a song na siya, or the clues can be in the form of a riddle. If you're working on qualitative concepts or modifiers, or yung mga salitang nagde-describe sa mga items, you can hide, for example, the same item. For example, these are all balls, but you can hide plain balls, you can hide small balls, and big balls. Pero ang nasa listahan mo, can you find all of the plain small balls? So titingnan niya, baka ang ibabalik niya ganito. So hindi ito yung hinihingi mo kasi hindi siya plain. So of course, like I said, you can change the complexity to the level of your child. If you're already working on quantitative concepts or yung mga one-to-one correspondence of numbers, maghanap ka nga ng 2 bola, 3 kotse, at 4 na crayons. Ano nga yun? 2 bola, 3 kotse, at 4 na crayons. Okay, go! You can also work on sequencing skills. So, for example, nagbigay ka ng listahan ng hahanapin niya. Kapag bumalik na siya sa'yo, pwede mo sa kanyang ipa-recall. O, alin dyan yung una mong nahanap? Yung bear muna, tapos yung ball, and then last, yung block. Very good. So, there's concepts of first and last, the terms, and then, tapos, you can also work on their articulation or nung kanilang pagbibigkas. So, for example, nahihirapan yung bata sa mga S sounds. So, the items that you can select can all have the S sound. So, for example, okay, lahat ng nasa listahan nyo merong S sa initial, sa medial, or sa final. So, things they can look for are, look for a sock, a mask, and a dress. And then, syempre, every time that they find it will be more opportunities to keep saying the words. Oh, anong nahanap mo? Nahanap mo yung sock. Very good. Tsaka yung mask. Good. And the dress. You can also use scavenger hunts to develop their narrative or yung kanilang pagkukwento. So, for example, nagbasa kayo ng libro. You can base the items on things na na-mention dun sa story na binasa nyo. And kapag nahanap na niya lahat yung mga items, pwede mo sa kanyang ipa-recall. Oh, di ba yan yung mga nabanggit na mga gamit nila dun sa story? Naalala mo ba yung story? Ikwento mo nga sa akin, isa-isahin natin yung mga nahanap mo. So those are just some of my ideas targeting different goals. So I challenge you, what other things can you target with scavenger hunts? Actually, challenge me. Sige nga, if you can think of, teacher, may gusto kong ituro dun sa anak ko, pwede ko bang gawing scavenger hunt? So yes, type your comments or your suggestions down below. And if you found this helpful or sinubukan nyo to, tas sobrang nag-enjoy kayo, guys, please show me with a like and share it with your friends and family. Kung hindi pa po kayo part of our community, all it takes is for you to click that subscribe button, and you may contact me on Facebook and Instagram at Teacher Kaye Talks. And hanggang sa muli, happy talking, happy playing, and mabuhay!